Hi, this is Sonia with Artsy Solutions, and welcome to Seek, Gather, Create Week 3, and it's hosted by Tina Hoy's Art, Laura Dennison, and Lisa Goodart, all on Instagram. And the prompt for this week are for us to use a wing, something tall, watercolor, and the color Glittery Gold. So I've got me a watercolor pad, and this is just a little old small one, a 4x6 inch. I'm just going to take a watercolor sheet, and then I'm going to be probably using some of these Faber-Castell watercolors along with some of these other watercolors. I forgot what brand this is. So, and that's going to be my watercolor. And then for a bird, for something with wings, I'm probably going to use one of these birds and use the stamp. Something tall, I'll probably just like draw a building or something, like a skyscraper. And then for the color gold, I'm going to probably use this Recollections glittery gold looking embossing powder. So I'm just going to create like a little background by just adding some paint, just a little bit. I'm going to wet the page, and I'm just going to randomly pick up some blue. I'm not even sure which shade of blue this is. I think I'm just going to let it fall. I'm just going to kind of blend it a little bit. And I'm just going to shake it a little bit just to let the colors move a little bit. Alright, I'm going to rinse that. And I was going to dry in between, but I'm not. I'm just going to add some more water on here. I think I might use a different brush. And then I'm going to get a darker shade of color. I think I'm going to use a little bit of yellow, so that way it can kind of already give it a slight gold color. Just a little bit here and there. I was going to say I should probably let it dry. That way it won't turn green, but it still might end up turning green either way. It's fine. And I'm just going to add a little bit more water. And I'm just going to shake it and do the same thing. And just let the colors fall. And then whatever it turns into is what it turns into. There's no rhyme or reason. I'm just adding color to this. Alright, and then I think I will dry it this. Okay, and then I'm just going to come through with some gray. Or maybe like a dark brown. And I'm just going to kind of put the shadow of like a building, or the shape, somewhat like the shape of a building, like a skyscraper. And I'm just going to come back through with a little bit of black. And then I'm just going to shake it again. Then I'm going to dry it. Okay, and then I'm going to start stamping. Well, yeah. Now, before I start to stamp, actually, I want to add, I'm just going to take my Posca. Well, this ain't Posca. This is a Morphone acrylic marker. But you can use a Posca pen or whatever. I'm just going to kind of like draw a line, you know, like kind of in the shape of a building. And then I'm just going to draw another line to give it the illusion that it's, you know, a skyscraper. And then I'm just going to add lines kind of like in diagonal, going in the same direction as that top. And then I'm just going to simply I'm going to add, I think I'm going to stamp a bird on a separate piece of paper. I'm going to get a scrap paper and I want to create a backdrop for the skyscraper. I mean, for the bird, I want to create a backdrop for it. So let me find like a scrap piece of white paper. I'm just going to use, for the bird, I think I'm going to, I think, what color do I want it to be? I think I'm going to make him or her like a brownish color. And this isn't watercolor, this is just regular paper. But I'm just going to take a little bit of brown and spread it. And then try a different shade of brown. Spread it. And I'm just going to dry it. Okay, and my heating tool is having a moment, so while I'm waiting on the paper to dry to stamp the bird, I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to randomly put some background stamps on here. And I'm going to use some black archival ink. And this particular stamp is Hip Stamp Puree. By American Crafts. And then I want to add some florals on here. And these are Crafter's Square from Dollar Tree. I'm just going to randomly stamp some. And I've decided to use some black archival ink. Okay, so now let's stamp the bird. So I finally dried that paper. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to cut the bird out in a little bit, but I want to add like just a little bit of blue around the edge of the bird with this watercolor marker. And I'm just going to take a little bit of water and kind of blend it. And I'm going to be cutting it out anyway, so I'm not worried about the blue, you know, kind of the color moving. So I'm just going to dry this. Now I got to wait on this to work. And while I'm waiting on the bird to finish drying, I'm going to go ahead and distress around the edges. I'm going to use some Distress Oxide ink, Vintage Photo. And I'm just going to turn this into a journal card. And I'm going to back it probably onto some brown cardstock, I guess. Okay, and then now I'm going to glue this on. I cut this down to 4x6, and this is just going to go on the back of the journal card. I'm just going to distress going around the edge. And then after I add this on, I'm just going to stitch going around the edge. Okay, so I'm going to idle this little bird up. I've got it cut out now. And I'm just going to distress around the edge. And I'm going to probably add a little bit of gold on it. First, let me see. This is going to be a simple project. Just a little simple journal card. Kind of quaint, you know. And I found this, I had cut this from some scrap paper. I'm just going to glue it on. And then it's going to have a little tab, and I'm going to add like a little eyelet to it. I'm going to add this little dangle. And this is like a little Tim Holtz dangle. Like so. I don't know if you can see it or not, but close enough. And we're just going to put this in here. And I think I might add a piece of ribbon or something. But first, I'm going to, let's see. I'm going to glue this on. And then I'm just gonna take my pens, and these are just from these little recollections pens from Michael's that I got years ago. I'm just gonna kind of go around like with this green. I'm gonna go around the leaves a little bit to make it a little bit more pronounced. And go around the edge. Okay, so I'm just going to take this embossed pen and I'm just going to add like a dot for the eye, and I'm just going to add just a little bit of marks where the feathers are on the wings, and then I'm going to add some of this embossing powder. It's like a glittery embossing powder, but I wish it was clear, but it isn't, so. And then I have a stamp that says "Sending sunshine and brighter days." Sending sunshine and brighter days. I'm going to stamp this, and then I'm just going to add this one here, and I think I'm just going to stamp it in black. Okay, so I took some of this distress glaze right here, micro glaze, and then I just kind of spread some of the word "Sending sunshine and brighter days," and I'm just going to take some of this clear detail embossing powder by Ranger, and I'm just going to emboss it. Okay, so while I'm waiting once again for this, my heat until it'll do right. I don't know what the deal is with it. I'm going to add just a piece of this silk. I'm just going to cut it and tear it. And we're going to make us a, I'm going to add this to the tab. Okay, so we have that. I think I'm going to tie it again. And cut a little bit of it off. And I can add this. I think I'm going to add this to the ribbon. I'm going to distress this and add this to some brown cardstock. I'm just going to use some of these foam mounting dots, and we're just going to lift this up. I'm just going to kind of define this building a little bit, and I might just add this something more to the top just to kind of solidify it. And then this is pretty much it. And then so we have our little ribbon, we have our tab, and our little XO, and then double-sided, and sending sunshine and brighter days. And we have our little gold. So wings something tall, which is the building, watercolor, and then colored glitter gold. So that's pretty much it. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and check out my other videos, blog, and social media sites. And as always, I thank you guys so much for watching.